beanstalk, and here's the reason why. There once was a poor little boy named Jack, whose poor old mother wasn't feeling very well. They had nothing left but a poor old cow, which they finally decided to sell. Well, Jack didn't act very smart, you see, for he traded the cow for a handful of beans. When Jack got home, his mother was angry, so she threw the beans out the window. And Jack and his mother went to bed hungry. In the morning, Jack looked outside, and there was a huge beanstalk which had grown up overnight. Jack was very curious, so he started to climb. Up, up, up so high. Jack climbed the beanstalk way up to the sky. Up, up, up. When he got to the top, Jack found a giant's castle, and he heard a loud, rumbling voice.
Boy, bring me my magic hen that lays golden eggs.
After the hen had laid a few golden eggs, the giant dozed off to sleep. So Jack grabbed the hen and ran back to the beanstalk. Down, down, down to the ground. Jack came down the beanstalk and home safe and sound. Jack gave the hen to his mother and told her about the golden eggs. Now they didn't have to go hungry. But Jack was still curious about the giant. So again he started to climb. Up, up, up so high. Jack climbed the beanstalk way up to the sky. Up, up, up. Jack was hiding in the castle when he heard the giant shout.
Boy, bring me my magic harp.
The harp played beautiful music all by itself, and soon the giant was asleep. Jack grabbed the harp and started to run. But the harp played so loud, the giant woke up and started to chase Jack as he ran back to the beanstalk. Down, down, down to the ground. Jack came down the beanstalk and home safe and sound. Jack ran and got his axe. Then he chopped down the beanstalk just as the giant was climbing down after him. There was an awful crash.
Oh, I'm falling! Oh!
The giant made such a big hole in the ground, he hasn't been heard from since. So that's what happened to Jack and his hand for the bean. Listen, it's the story of Pandora's box. Pandora! Once upon a time, when the earth was fresh and new, the gods in Mount Olympus looked at the world and were pleased with what they saw. But one thing was missing, and Zeus summoned all the gods and said,
To crown this jewel, we shall make a perfect creature, and send our handiwork down to adorn the new world of men.
and they made a beautiful woman there in heaven, and they called her Pandora. Pandora, Pandora, to see her is to adore her.
Perfectly on your father's dream.
Fairer than mortal eye can see.
Pandora, the world waits for you. And small wonder they called her Pandora. Pandora means all gifted. Venus gave her beauty, Apollo gave her music, Mercury gave her wisdom. And when their work was done, they sent Pandora to Earth. But just before she left, Zeus said,
As a farewell gift, take this beautiful box. But you must never, never under any circumstance open it.
Don't open the box, don't open the box. Whatever you do, don't open the box.
For a while, Pandora was happy in her new home. Everyone loved and adored her, and Earth was a heavenly place to be. But wonderful as she was, Pandora was just a human being, like us, not a goddess, and she became more and more curious about the beautiful box.
I wonder what's inside. Don't open the box, don't open the box. Whatever you do, don't open the box.
She kept wondering and wondering about it, and her curiosity grew stronger and stronger
until finally one day she said,
Who will know if I take just one little peek inside? For the last time, don't open the box. Don't open the box. I won't take a thing out of it. Just open it a crack and quick close it right up again. What harm can there be in that?
and so, like so many other human beings, Pandora gave in to her curiosity and disobeyed the gods. She went over to the box and lifted the lid ever so slightly. Suddenly there was a whirring noise, and before she could close the cover, hundreds of horrible little creatures came flying out of the box. As quickly as she could, she clamped the lid down again. But it was too late.
Oh, those awful creatures! What have I done? That's how trouble began. That's how trouble began. That's how evil and sin got loose in the world of man.
In that single brief moment, Pandora had released from the box all the wickedness and sorrows of the world. Sickness and grief, envy and cruelty, where just a moment before, none of these things had existed. But as Pandora stood there, she heard a gentle voice calling from the box.
Oh, let me out. Let me out, too. But who are you? I am Hope. Hope is a gentle raindrop from the sky, come to paint your garden green when it's parched and dry.
Hope is a sunbeam at the storm's end. Hope is a handshake when you need a friend.
Hope is a smile, it's a song to sing when you have hope, you have everything. Oh, the world needs you more than ever now. I will free you.
And Pandora opened wide the cover of the box, and out flew Hope, soaring high into the sky, on her way to every corner of the earth, wherever there was sorrow and suffering. And so, although Pandora's curiosity brought evil to the world will be forever grateful to Pandora, for she brought us the most precious gift of all, hope.
Hope is a smile, it's a song to sing. When you have hope, you
Can you imagine what life would be like if you were no bigger than a thumb? Well, once upon a time there lived an old couple who wanted a son so much that the wife said, I would be the happiest woman in the world if I could have a son, even if he were no bigger than my husband's thumb. The passing magician was amused by the woman's wish and decided to make it come true. Soon the son was born to them, and lo and behold, he was no bigger than a thumb, no bigger than a thumb, as small as that. His coat was made of spider webs, and an acorn was his hat. But he had a smile much bigger than a mile, and a twinkle in his eye. So you forgot that he was not an ordinary size. And they named him Tom Thumb. Tom never grew any bigger, but as he grew older, he was clever and full of tricks. One day, as his mother was baking a cake, Tom climbed up the side of the bowl to the rim so that he could see a little better, when all of a sudden, bloop, 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 fell right into the batter. His mother didn't notice and poured the batter, Tom and all, into a pan in the oven. Tom felt so hot he kicked and struggled inside the cake pan. His mother thought the cake was bewitched and threw it out under the doorstep. The poor traveler, knowing he would be hungry later on, picked up the cake and put it in his pocket. By this time, Tom had got some of the batter out of his mouth, and he began to cry out. "Help! Help! Let me out! Let me out!" The man was so frightened that he pulled the cake out of his pocket and dropped it on the ground. The cake broke into pieces, and Tom brushed himself off and walked back home. Another day, as Tom was watching his father plow the field, he fell into a small hole. A raven flew down, caught him in his beak, and carried him over the sea, where he dropped him. As Tom fell into the sea, he was swallowed by a big fish, which was soon caught by some fishermen and delivered to King Arthur's court. Well, the cook opened the fish and, quite a surprise, he found Tom Thumb inside. King Arthur was delighted to meet such a tiny boy and appointed him the court jester. Tom's job was to entertain the king and queen and all the knights of the round table. I can sit in your hand or jump in your pocket, dance on your hat and swing from your locket, sing in your ear and slide down your nose, skate on your knee and tickle your toe. I can make you laugh till you're numb, though I'm only as big as the eye of a pig or a fig or a twig or a plum or a plum or a thumb.
Bravo, cries the king.
Bravo, cries the princess. Bravo, cries the queen. Bravo, cries the two princesses. The king was so pleased that he gave Tom a tiny chair of gold and a tiny golden palace to live in. He ordered a new suit of butterfly wings to be made for him, and presented him with a white mouse and sack, so that Tom could ride out hunting with him. Everyone enjoyed seeing Tom prance about in his new finery. Everyone, that is, but the queen. She was very jealous of all these gifts to Tom, and so ordered him to be put into a mousetrap. "Help!" cried Tom. Luckily for Tom, a cat noticed that something was alive inside the cage, and played with it until it broke, helping Tom to escape. Tom's freedom did not last long, however. One day, while out for a walk upon a cabbage leaf, he was attacked by a large spider. Tom drew out his sword, which was made from a sewing needle, and thrust it at the spider.
Said the spider. Said the spider.
Finally, Tom killed him, but his own wound was so great that he too died. The king and his court were very sorry to lose their tiny friend, and cried, "He could sit in your hand or jump in your pocket, dance on your hat and swing from your locket, sing in your ear and slide down your nose, skate on your knees and tickle your toes. He could cheer us up when we were glum. Tom, 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 tom.